Good morning, everybody. It is morning here at the Cisco Plantation. That's what I call my home. I haven't been up here on YouTube in a couple weeks. I know I posted a video about yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. It was a little tiny book. It was a little book. I'm going to do a lot of those. I have a few miniature books, but I'm going to get some more. And I'm going to do videos of the little books and show you guys pictures of them and everything on my YouTube and Instagram account and Facebook account. But today I am doing a little video for you guys, a little update. My sister was in town for a few weeks and we had fun. The first week we had a really good time. You know, after a while it gets a little crazy when you're around your family, but we had a good time while we could, and I'm just now getting back to regular life, and I'm cleaning up the house, and I'm getting my plants back out and organized and ready. And so I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing with all my plants today. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this little video. Let's see what I've got going on over here. We've had to fix a lot of plants, or I have in the past 2 days. I've had to prune plants, water plants, all sorts of stuff like that. But I'm going to show you guys a few of our plants. We have, what we're doing, we actually took propagation cuttings. We took cuttings off of our tomato plant, and we decided to take lots of cuttings and replant portions of them. And we have replanted them, and they have rerooted, which is amazing. You don't have to really have a reroot, like dipping kind of thing for your plants to make them reroot. They can reroot naturally. You don't have to use all these chemicals and all this kind of stuff. You can just kind of play with it. Some aren't going to last. Yeah, some aren't going to work. Some aren't going to keep growing, but some will. This is a tomato plant. And we put it in here, and we have this little bamboo stick to kind of hold it up, but it is rooted and it is doing very well. So eventually, here in probably the next day or so, we're going to move this to a bigger pot, get it growing better, and soon we'll have a tomato plant that's big with tomatoes on it. And I know it is the end of the season for growing tomatoes and all that kind of stuff, but when you live down here in the south of Alabama, you can grow stuff almost year round. And even if it gets a little cold, you can bring it inside, or you can have like a outside shed you could put them in, or, you know, like one of those gardening sheds, all sorts of different things. But we have lots of multiple rooms around here, and sheds and trailers and stuff. So we can always put our plants inside in a windowsill if it gets too cold or whatever. Or if it's too rainy or stormy, we bring them in, of course. But I will show you guys. We have 6 tomato plants propagated and ready to go to be repotted. And so we're just kind of just letting them do their thing. We'll repot them, let them do their thing. We aren't going to do any clippings on those until they get big enough. We need them to fully survive. My other plants, I got tons of flowers. I mean, all sorts of kinds of flowers. But any kind of flower you do have, you need to make sure your soil's moist. Some flowers do like it more deserty, like the black-footed daisy and stuff like that, and certain vines and things. Also, succulents like more of a cactus soil, dry area. But right now, a lot of my plants haven't gotten enough water in the past couple weeks, so we've just been watering, and it's been a drought in Alabama right now. In Alabama, we're having wildfires everywhere because we have not had any rain. Today, they said there's a chance of rain. I'm praying. I'm hoping that we have rain soon. But this is my pot of multiple different kinds of flowers here, and I got to prune this. And if you prune all your plants, any plant you prune, it'll be better. It'll promote growth, and it'll be just doing so wonderfully. And so I got to prune this one and put some water in this one. But I've done most of all the plants you see behind me on these shelves are all finished. These ones down on the ground are not finished. This is a spider plant. I showed you guys on Instagram yesterday, spider plants. As you can see, I have cut some cuttings off of these to help promote growth off of these spider plants. As you can see, spider plants grow this long stem off the side and produce their own new spider plant, which I will take this off, and there's one over here too. I will take those off eventually here in the next day or so and put them in a pot. As you can see, we have it in the bottom of a milk jug. We run out of pots around here all the time. I mean, when you're planting, things grow crazy. They need bigger pots, so we're constantly moving them. And we're running out of pots all the time, so we use anything we can, even if it's the bottom of a milk jug, bottom of a tea container, anything we can. I mean, we use everything. we use everything for our resource. All right, now I'll show you guys some aloe. These aloe plants are not doing too well, but they're going to get better. I've watered them, and they're still alive. They're still going. I mean, this one's doing pretty good compared to the other one. But I will move this into a bigger pot soon so it can produce even more greenery and get bigger. But at this point, I just watered it, and we're just kind of waiting on it to do its thing, do a little more. I'll probably move it into a bigger pot soon, even if it doesn't produce anymore, so it can help produce more. More stems, more aloe, like leaves. I don't really know what they would call an aloe leaf, but it is really cool. You can just take aloe right off, eat it. You can put it on your bug bites, sunburns. Aloe is a healing plant. It's amazing. All right, I will show you guys this. These are little eggshells. We just take a little bit out of the top. We'll fill this with soil. And if we're starting like just a regular seed from a baby, just a seed, then we start them in the eggshells. The eggshells are the best nutrients for a seedling to start. And I mean, it's amazing how well they've done. We've done beans out of these, pumpkin plants, orange trees. We've done so many different plants grown out of an eggshell at first. And then after you're done, you don't even really have to take it out of the eggshell. You could just barely break the eggshell a little and then just shove it into the dirt with the plant inside of it. And that eggshell is going to help that soil, give it nutrients, and it's going to keep growing great. I'll show you what we did with some that did grow out of eggshells. These are orange plants. We have 3, 6, 9. We have 15 orange plants, I think, or maybe 14 orange plants. This one's got like one of my hairs on it. I've been out here working all day, so of course there's going to be some hair on my plants. But this is a little orange tree. We grew it out of an eggshell, and look how well it's doing. I mean, it is doing so good. We keep this moist, the soil, and eventually we'll move this into a bigger pot and then eventually into the ground. And it will produce oranges one day. It might be a few years from now, but one day I will be on my Instagram and I'll say, look, the orange that I showed you guys on YouTube or on Instagram is alive and planted in the yard, and it's producing oranges. Y'all are going to be blown away. But it could be a couple years, but it's okay. I'm going to be updating you guys all throughout the years. Let's see. Also, I was going to tell you guys, I am going to start doing a terrariums. We're going to start showing you guys how to do all natural terrariums, how to do free terrariums, 100% free. You don't have to pay not one penny for these terrariums. You can go get the soil out of your own yard. You can get the glass jar from anything you have in the kitchen, and plants all over, either a park where you can visit, in the woods, in your own yard. I'm going to show you what you can do, and you're going to love, love, love it. I'm going to do like an edited clip of all of the ways on how to make a terrarium for free out of your own yard or out of the park. I mean, either way, you're going to have a terrarium. And a terrarium is really cool because it's closed up, and you close it for like a year. And you let it grow inside of there and see how it does. And it has its own like environment, its own little world inside there. Even animals, like even little bugs, and start growing out of the plants and the wood and the dirt that you have inside of it. And then you open it a year later and you can like prune in there or fix it up, however you want to do some watering, close it back up and see how it does for another year. So we'll do some cool things. And I might even do it like 6 months at a time so you guys can see every 6 months the changes of the terrariums. So y'all are really going to enjoy that. I have 2 glass jugs right now that are beautiful. I mean, they're glass like pots, and they're amazing, beautiful terrarium pots. And I'm going to make some, and y'all are going to love them, and you guys will enjoy them so much. So that's just another thing on my to-do list. But I know that you guys are going to love that video. I'm going to show you guys another plant before I end all of this. I know I usually sit on here and talk to you guys like crazy forever. But I'm so interested in gardening, and I'm so interested in telling you guys what's going on. But these are, let me see. Let me get this one over here. This is succulent plants. This one has a little bamboo stick too to hold it up. But succulents like rocks. They like cactus soil. They like it dry. They are like an air plant almost. They get most of their moisture and their water from the air. And so if you water it too much, it can kill it. But it does need a little bit of water here and there, but very light mist. And mainly their roots are not deep down inside of here. It's more like grows up. There's hardly any roots that come with a succulent. Like succulents are like not rooted in too well. You can pull this very lightly. It'll come right out because succulents don't root to the ground as much as they grow up into the air. Here is a really big succulent. Oh, let me get it. And it's got rocks all in it. See, I put gravel in there. And this succulent is gorgeous. It's doing amazing. I think we've had this one for 2 or 3 years, maybe even longer. It might have been 4 years now. But it's doing amazing. And we've propagated it so much that we've created more. As you can see, there's another one right behind me. And so that's pretty cool. Most of the succulents we got were from my first garden I ever made in Sarasota, Florida. And it was really cool. I made this amazing garden, and I tried to save a lot of plants. I gave some to my mom and stuff. And a lot of the succulents I gave to my mom. So she kept them. She kept them growing, and we still got them. And now I can keep them going. And I can also start selling succulents. I can also put them all in my fairy gardens and all sorts of stuff. It's really cool. They're really great for fairy gardens. But I'll show you guys how to propagate these little succulents. See, I literally took leaves off of those plants, as you see behind me, and I just put them, like, just set them right there. You don't even have to dig them into the dirt or anything, because the rooting, as I said, it's barely rooted into the ground. More of it is growing out. So, as you can see, the big leaves are here, but you can see little baby growth. I hope y'all can see this. Oh, there's a leaf. But there's little baby succulents all down there, and they just regrow. And yeah, this is a little moist, way too moist than it really should be, but I kind of overwatered it since I haven't watered it in so long. But all of those little baby succulents, I'm going to be able to take them out and repot them and get them going. And so literally a dead leaf falls off of your succulent, throw it in the soil. It's going to grow. I mean, you don't even have to dig it into the soil. You can just throw it on top of the soil. And within a few weeks, you're going to start seeing succulents growing. And just always remember with your succulents, don't overwater. Underwatering is okay. They like dry soil. #1 fact. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys like and subscribe to this video, or like my video and subscribe to me. I don't know really what else to tell you guys, but I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get out and garden, and you enjoy your family, and you enjoy your life, and have a good day, and be positive, and be smiling, and be happy. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe.